I, like many other people, have been very excited for Diablo 4. I was really hoping that they would listen to fans and create a Diablo game that makes us want to support Blizzard, and recently there were massive leaks released that make Blizzard look like the greedy, scummy company they are, proving we shouldn't put any faith into them because not only has a battle pass leaked, but an expensive collector's edition with what seems like plastic candles, mouse pads, and no copy of the game have been shown off. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this article is from PlayStation Lifestyle. It says Diablo 4 Battle Pass Ultimate Edition and pre-order bonuses leaked. Now again, we've all been very excited for Diablo 4. We were hoping they were really going to go back to the 1 and 2 aesthetics. They were going to try to make it as close to those experiences as possible. And while I personally like Diablo 3, I know people have a lot of problems with it. But it says a Diablo 4 Battle Pass, Ultimate Edition, Deluxe Edition, and pre-order bonuses have all leaked ahead of the Game Awards, which this was a few days ago, but I was traveling, so I wasn't able to cover it, but I wanted to now. It says there will also be more open betas, an early access period, about which we're expecting to get more details during the show. But it says Diablo 4 has a battle pass. The details are thin on the ground right now, but there will be free and premium tracks according to a leak from Insider Gaming. Now, almost every single game that is online / multiplayer at this point has a battle pass. Look at all the Call of Duties, Fortnites, Apex Legends. They do all have battle passes, and MMOs do as well. But the thing is that it also is a $70 full price title. While yes, this game does have a single player component, we know they're trying to lean equally on multiplayer and single player for this, which is fine. And since Diablo 2, it's heavily dependent upon multiplayer, so I don't want to be too worried about it, but this is Blizzard we're talking about, and they may push the limits with monetization in this game. That's what Diablo Immortal was all about. Now, while yes, people are questioning the Battle Pass and what Blizzard is doing with this game, we now also know of the existence of a limited collector's box that doesn't include the game. This is an article from Jinx TV. It says, following the release date reveal for Diablo 4 as June 6th, 2023, Blizzard opened up pre-orders for various digital editions featuring a range of bonuses. But what about, the person who wants a special collector's edition? Well, that's where the Diablo 4 limited collector's box comes into play. Now, as you can see, these are some of the items. It's got quite a few things, but they're not high quality items. So you've got a pin, you've got a mouse pad, you have 2 art prints, you have the collector's edition art book, you have a cloth map of Sanctuary, and candles of creation. Now, while yes, these items are neat, as you can see, there's no actual copy of the game in this. There's not a physical edition, but there's also not a digital code saying, hey, when the game comes out, this is your code for the title. This box is around $100. So while yes, it's not a crazy amount like other editions, let's say the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition, which was $200, this most certainly isn't worth $100, and it doesn't even come with a copy of the game, which of course has upset people a lot. The collector's editions that have released over the past few years for various games, not just Blizzard games, have left out actual codes to the titles, and there have been many people who have ended up purchasing it thinking that, of course, a copy of the game would come with it, and unfortunately it hasn't, and they feel like they have gotten scammed. This is something that companies are doing now. They're releasing these, boxes with all of these special items, but they're not very clearly stating, oh, hey, it doesn't actually come with a physical or digital edition of the game. I mean, when you're calling it a limited collector's box, you would think that you would at least be getting the game you are buying this for. And this box, again, does have some cool items, like the art book. I love collecting art books for games that I love, but the other items are very cheap. I mean, you've got 2 plastic candles, you've got 2 art prints, which are just pieces of paper. You've got a mouse pad, and it's not like it's a large deluxe mouse pad, it's just a generic square small mouse pad, and then you've got a cloth map, and all of these items really, in my opinion, don't equal $100. I would not spend $100 on this box. Maybe I would spend like $40 on it, or $50 on it at max, and the only reason why is because of that book. But people are very disappointed over this, and they are getting roasted over this online. But again, they are not the first company to do this. Of course, I'm sure that you all remember the Mass Effect Legendary cache that BioWare had announced surrounding the Mass Effect Legendary collection. You got a metal game case. Yep, you didn't get the game. You got a pin. You got an acceptance letter. You got canvas art prints. You also got a wearable N7 helmet, and while these things were neat, they were not worth the $200 price tag. The same goes with the Fallout 76 $200 collector's edition, and it not being what fans were promised. You didn't get a copy of the game, you got some paper mats and prints, and then of course you got the helmet and you got the bag, which had massive controversy surrounding them. They said that you were going to get a high quality bag, and it ended up just being a generic canvas bag, which we found out only cost them like $5 to make. And then there was the helmet, but there were editions of the helmet that were actually recalled. So all of these very expensive collector's editions lately haven't included copies of the games, but they've also just been very, very low quality. Maybe some people were not expecting these editions to have the copies of the games in it. I personally will not buy a collector's edition of a title if it doesn't come with the actual game. But, I mean, if you just even look at the content that they're giving you for these massive price tags, they are not worth it in any way, shape, or form. Like I mentioned, they are getting roasted for it online. People are very, very upset that they have decided to do this. They've decided to go in this direction. People are memeing on Blizzard doesn't include copy of the game, and people are laughing. People are also pointing out that even the collector's edition doesn't come with a copy of the battle pass. It doesn't have a digital code for that. I think I have this collector's edition already, and they're literally just red plastic candles. I get that it's supposed to be cool and interesting because you've got the Lilith candle holders. There's no way that I and many other people are going to spend $100 on this box of garbage. But while we still don't have a lot of information about Diablo 4, and we definitely have a lot of worries at this point, I know that a lot of people are still excited for it, and if you are, cool, awesome. I know that I'm still hopeful for it, but at this point in time, there's just a lot of information that's releasing that doesn't sound positive. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.